another week using movement as our medicine. Our goal every week is to kick off, or say every day, is to kick off our workout with 10 belly breaths. If we're not familiar with the belly breath, we're going to go in through the nose, so big breath in through the nose. We're filling up our belly, out through the mouth. We're sucking back in. If you want to lay down on the ground, we can certainly go ahead and lay on the ground for those belly breaths as well. Essentially what we're trying to do is give you 30 to 45 minutes, right? Give yourself that grace and space to work on you and leave the rest of the world outside. Once we've done those 10 belly breaths, we're going to pick up one of our dumbbells, right? Our goal through the new modifications of this program is to be able to do everything with a set of dumbbells, and that's it. We're going to do 20 hand-to-hand swings, traditionally done with a kettlebell, but again, we're going to modify these all so that we are using a dumbbell. From here, I'm going to hinge at the hip. So when I talk about hinging, we're creasing at the hip versus squatting at the knees. At no point should any kettlebell swing or swing type movement be knees leading forward. Instead, we want hips coming back. From here, hip goes back, chest comes forward. We're going to swing to that top position where I'll then switch my hands. So we're getting a nice stretch through the hips, long hamstrings, 20 hand-to-hand swings. Once we've done that, we're going to ditch the weight. We're going to do 5 plank to down dog. So a plank to down dog, anytime we're in a plank position, we're assuming it's a high plank. Wrist, elbow, shoulder are going to be nice and stacked. From there, our plank position, we're going to drive nose to toes, heels to the ground, back into that plank position. We're going to do 5 of those. From there, we're going to stay in that nice high plank, and we're going to hit a spiderman. Spiderman, essentially, we're going to bring our entire foot flat on the floor. We're going to switch at our own pace. Depending on your flexibility, we may be a little bit higher. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. We're using this as a warm-up. Anytime that we have kind of range of motion type restrictions, we never want to go past a point of pain. So wherever that point is for you, totally good for today. So we're going to do that for 3 rounds. From there, we're going to do an every minute, on the minute style workout. If you're unfamiliar with that, essentially what's going to happen, we've got 3 different movements. We're going to go for 21 total movements. Each 60-second window is going to have its own movement. In that first minute, we're going to look to complete a 100-meter dumbbell carry. Now, I have a set of 10s. Most people are probably going to have 10s, 15s, 20s. Those are pretty the common ones that people have at home. If you feel like 100 meters is going to be too light to carry a set of 10s, a way that we can then increase that difficulty is by coming into a dumbbell hex hold. So the flat sides of the dumbbells, we're going to put just our fingers on those. And now we're going to carry those dumbbells in a 100-meter dumbbell hex hold, really forcing that thumb to hold on, versus a standard carry. 100 meters, if we're not sure how far that is, and we're at home, walk down 3 or 4 driveways, really creep your neighbors out, turn around, head on back to your house for home base. Once we've got that 100-meter down and back done, we will then rest the rest of that minute. When the second minute rolls around, we're going to drop to our backs, and we're going to do 20 sit-ups. 2 different ways that we can do those sit-ups. We can have the bottoms of our feet together, which will take some of the hip flexor out of the equation. We're going to come all the way fully extended, shoulder blades to the floor, hands to the floor and through. If we are more comfortable having feet flat on the floor, go ahead and do that as well. Again, we'll come back, shoulder blades to the floor, fingers to the floor, and back through. We're going to do 20 sit-ups. If that volume is too much, go ahead and modify that down to 10. Right? We want to try and Work for 30 seconds and have roughly 30 seconds of rest. Now, minimum amount of rest that we want to have is going to be 15 seconds. So a couple of ways we could manage that. We could do 45 seconds of sit-ups, and however many reps we get in is however many reps we get in. That's fine as well. So don't overthink this. That last movement of our 21-minute EMOM is going to be a 200-meter run. Again, maybe we're only going to go 100 meters. If we're at home, if we remember we did in the farmer's carry 3, maybe 4 driveways. So if we want to make it a 200-meter run, maybe we're going to go 7 or 8 driveways away. Again, don't overthink it. If we've got a rower at home, go ahead and hop on that. If we've got a bike at home, go ahead and hop on that. Right? Get creative. We want to do what we can, but the ultimate goal is that we're using movement as medicine. From there, once we've completed all 21 minutes, we're going to come down into a low dragon stretch. So the front of that hip is what we're looking to hit. That hip flexor, maybe into the psoas, down into the quad. We're going to come, front foot is going to be in that bottom of the lunge position. Plant the hands. From here, I really want to try and get that hip to the floor. And we just want to breathe. 1 minute on each side. Once we've done a 1 minute low dragon each side, I'm going to, again, from this tabletop position, I'm going to extend one leg back. My front foot, I'm going to look to create this kind of figure 4 with my legs. Depending on how tight we are in this position, we're looking to get a long stretch on the outside of that hip. This may be enough. If I want to increase it, I can come down onto my forearms. That will increase the stretch. If you are like me and maybe my knees are not the best, I'm going to come onto my back and create a figure 4. So I'm going to look to get my ankle just above the knee. From there, I'm going to push my knee towards my toes. Relax the neck back. Any one of those variations will work. We're going to do 1 minute on each leg, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.